So, hello and welcome back to Business with Mythco. So, we've actually been talking about businesses and the expand. But sometimes, of course, a business might go, well, we don't want to expand. Obviously in some cases the business won't be able to expand. But in some cases the business might go, no, we want to stay small. Not every business wants to grow and expand. But why are the reasons behind this? Why would a business not want this? What are the advantages and disadvantages of staying small, really, at the end of the day? Well, this is how it works. When a business is small, it's a lot easier to manage and keep control of said business. If it's a sole trader or a partnership, growth can mean extra work or responsibility, and they may not want that. Furthermore, basically, if you're looking at this and you're saying, if I was saying to you, okay, I own a business now, what will I do when I want to expand? I can either choose to take on a massive loan, which I may not want to do, especially when you're a sole trader, because when you're a sole trader, it's like you've got unlimited liability, and it's like, well, so here's the thing. I don't want that, because if ever I'm not able to pay that back, they could take my home and my own personal assets. However, if I don't take a bank loan and I'm not in debt, that means no problem there, But obviously, and I go, well, there's also equity capital, and equity capital is a perfectly one there. You can use that. There's no need to be going into debt there. You don't even need to pay people for the thing, because if they decide to invest in your thing, that's the way it works. But that's the thing. With equity, you have to listen to the people who you're with. You can't just go, oh yeah, I know you gave me all the money, but I don't really care. So this is how I want to do things. No. When you bring someone in via equity capital, you have to listen to them. If they're big enough, if they're investing a lot of money, you need to listen to them. Otherwise, you'll find problems later down the line, and also legal problems. But you know what I mean. So that kind of lack of control can be a major issue. That can be a major issue. You also have less stress when you're smaller sometimes. So as your small business, well, if it's not that profitable, if you're always having areas where you need to invest more capital, and you have a worry attitude or like that kind of thing, and you capital is very hard to get a hold of, and you constantly need to invest in. There's times all the time when you don't really when you have to do without certain things because the business is small and it's also not that profitable at times. Well, that's not going to be very nice. But if you're managing a small business that is profitable, that makes it better, because the business once it reaches a certain size, you go, well, I can take it relatively easy. The business is making, it's not making loads of money, it's not making millions, may never even make $1 million. It's not making colossal amounts of money. I'm still gonna have to work for the rest of my life to, pay for life, to feed myself, and to, if you've got a family, to feed your family, all these other things. But there's still no stress to actually be like, oh, I have to put in extra hours now because the business is in a problematic position. There's not. You just go, I can take this slow, I can maybe be able to take a holiday now and again, not colossal things, not, I'm going to buy a private jet and I'm going to fly off, nothing like that, not not going out and spending thousands of quid all the time, but you are, sometimes just take it a bit slower, and just do this kind of things where it's like, you're gonna just take things as they come, that kind of thing. And that's how really you have the system when you're smaller. If you're bigger, you've got this whole thing where it's like, when you have to expand, there's more stress, and obviously when you're expanding, it's more dangerous. You're kind of vulnerable because it's like, well, if someone's trying to halt you there, or, if you're making a massive investment, like if I take a bunch of profits out of the business and my own personal money, and I go, well, we're gonna expand, and I say, okay, we're gonna buy a new building, or we're gonna, pay the thing to rent a new building, boom, and then it flops. Let's say, there's a dip, there's a massive increase in the costs we have to pay or something like that. And obviously we're fine with that, we can pass that on to the customer, but the problem is the customers don't want to do that, the customers don't want to buy it. Now, at an ordinary level, that'd be fine, because we wouldn't be selling that many things, so we just We lose one customer and we gain another, that kind of thing. But obviously when you're a bigger business, you're trying to get all the customers. Then it's like, well, we aren't getting those customers now. So now we're in a more dangerous area. And that's the thing. There's all this kind of stress involved when a business is larger. Obviously when a business is very large, then there's actually even less stress. But the problem is there is that period of time, especially like most businesses, if they're small, they probably won't be very big. Most businesses. Some businesses, although if you've got a business, that doesn't mean that business, if you've got a very small business, that does not mean that business will never be a multinational corporation. It could be. It's just that, actually specific areas, like technology, all those sort of things, those are big kind of multinational corporations, pharmaceuticals, those kind of things. Those are generally quite big, global businesses. Probably some businesses may never be they may be global, but they might not be, as big. So there'll be that stress there involved when you're expanding. You also have the issue of staff relations and communications, because when you are a business and you're thinking, okay, so I've got my business away, and I want to do something with the business. I want to run the business in my way. I want to do all these things as related, when you have this kind of control, and then you've got also staff. You see, now some businesses will have a nice working environment. That is true. But what I mean is by businesses. Some businesses, but the majority of big businesses will not have a nice working environment. By that I mean, unless you like the job, you're not going to be happy in that job. Unless maybe you've got friends there or something like that. But you may not be happy in that job, and that's the kind of thing, because the job, it's not a very nice working environment. You have to answer to possibly managers who are not very nice. Maybe they're authoritarian managers, and you are blamed for things, and all these sort of things. And you have to, if you do anything wrong, suddenly you're out of a job. And there's all these kind of stress, and there's all this kind of things like, oh, get this done. And it's all kind of angry and all this sort of thing. And it's like, and there's all this kind of thing where it's like, it's very formal. Like, I don't know you. I don't like you, I don't care about you, when you're talking about a business that has thousands of employees and managers and all this sort of thing. But when a business is smaller, let's say I run a business and the business has 5 employees, well, I'm very likely going to know those 5 employees, especially if they're long-time employees, as some businesses will do. Some businesses may never even replace employees. Some businesses might have the same employees for, 20 years, and that's the kind of thing. You have those things where you know the person well, you might even be a little bit of friends with them, and maybe you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, you were transferring all the business's total profits, were you? And you just decide to just spend it all, did you? Well, no, that's fine. We know each other. Not that, but it's like, you have you can have a nice relationship with staff. You can know them well and build a relationship with them, which you can't always do when it's a bigger amount. And also, when you're a bigger amount, when you're a bigger business, you often have to hire managers and all these other things. Well, not have to, but often businesses will do. And that kind of gets complicated there because you don't really know your employees, and it kind of, it becomes not problematic to your profits, not problematic for you, but it becomes a little bit not as nice for, not as nice of an environment. Now, some businesses still are a nice environment, but a lot of big businesses, they're not nice environments, So you also have better customer service. See, when customers are dealing with a big business, obviously the big business is able to spend more on customer service and all these sort of things here, while a smaller business may not be even able to have a customer service department, But the thing is, big businesses will always tend to be more like, well, we can do this much customer service, and it'll have this effect on our profits, or we could do this much customer service and invest more money into it, and it'll have this effect on our profits. Well, we're going to choose the best one, which is kind of rubbish customer service, but good enough, not customers that we lose a certain amount of customers, but we don't invest too much. Like we still save a bunch by not investing too much into customer service. Yeah, boom, there we go. That's the best option, and that's the kind of thing there where businesses that are very big will oftentimes just choose the most profitable option, not the one that will satisfy customers best. Just, well, this will satisfy this amount of customers. Boom, we'll just do this. That means these customers will stay with us. These customers won't. They'll leave. those customers we've saved by not investing. And there's all these kind of things there. We have this thing. And that's how businesses often operate, where perfectly great idea, fantastic businesses, once again to do with the control thing. When I have an amazing idea for the business, absolutely cool, makes things fantastic for employees, customers are happy. They go, well, no, here's the thing, it actually would cost us this much, and we'd make a good bit back. In fact, we'd make all of it back. But the thing is, this other idea would make us more money. And we say, well, no, but you see, customers wouldn't be as happy. Yes, but we factor that in. That's the thing, and we don't care. We don't care how customers feel. When we say the customer's always right, we mean like we will factor in the customer and say, yes, the percentage of customers that are happy, yes, they may return as customers, and we'll factor that in. But at the end of the day, we only care about customers once it leads to profits. And that's the kind of thing that a lot of businesses would be like. So that's the issue you have there, when it comes to bigger businesses. And that's the key thing with small business. Small business will oftentimes have that better customer service than larger organizations. Also, large organizations will oftentimes use kind of automated services as well. Like they won't necessarily use human beings, which can annoy people. Costs, yes, but it can annoy people, and it can be inefficiently designed. While a small business might be the owner or employee in an office saying, "Hello, yeah, oh, what's your problem? Oh, okay, yeah." Oh, really? Okay, I can solve that for you. That kind of thing. And that kind of thing there, it's a little bit more reliable and the person can ask questions. And there's all these sort of things here where sometimes, it can be beneficial. You also have the whole idea of the niche business performing well. So even though economies of scale, if a small business appeals to a certain niche market and has a high quality amount of goods, that can appeal to the target market or consumers that can actually, perform well. Of course, some businesses will actually specialize. There are some, major organizations that specialize specifically in each market. It's like they go, no, we are in this niche market, and 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 this niche market. And what it can mean is that they can go, well, we can take resources that we've made from all these niche markets to benefit this one. But at the end of the day, with all these things. Now, these include advantages of being a small business, and staying a small business really is a more specific thing to say. Reasons why business wouldn't expand. But what about the reasons why you might not want to do this? What are the disadvantages of this? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about in the next video. Please join us then. If not, you can visit videos and you can subscribe to each channel. That would be absolutely fantastic if you don't do other videos, both now and in the future. This is bye bye forever, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of your existence.